It's a family institution. I had to tell someone that the other day when he was making inquiries about it.
Who was it? Who made inquiries?
I don't remember. It was some New York syndicate. I just fluffed them off.
You just fluffed them off, John, huh? You fluffed them off, did you? Hello, I'm Joel Sharpton, one half of the Articulate Coven, and we are watching the OG supernatural soap opera Dark Shadows. This is the video covering episode 44 of Dark Shadows. If you are just joining us, I'd strongly suggest going back. Episode 16 is pretty good jumping on point. But we do 3 of these every week. If you're watching these on YouTube, I will remind you that the next batch, episode 45, 46, 47, are all available on our Patreon, articulatecoven.com/join. You can join for $2 or more a month, and that'll get you access to everything we do early and ad-free. All right, let's get into episode 44.
Have you been checking up on me?
No, it was just mentioned casually. More or less casually in passing.
Mm-hmm. So who was doing all this reporting on my activities?
He's a fine lad, Princess.
That must mean Joe Haskell.
Girl, you don't deserve Joe Haskell. That's the truth, Carolyn. That's the cold, hard truth. You don't deserve him.
Anything that concerns Burke Devlin upsets me.
Because it wasn't anything. I mean, not really.
It also upset young Joe.
It serves him right. He had no business spying on me in the...
I mean, he's your boyfriend. He's not spying on you. He's your boyfriend. And you are stepping out on him with another dude who is not a good dude. Like, we all know Burke Devlin is the villain of this piece. I mean, that's arguable, I suppose, because the Collinses are their own villains. But, like, no, ma'am.
You think I deliberately followed Burke?
Certainly not.
Well, I should hope not. I mean, why in the world would I follow a man like Burke?
I see you. I see them eyes. I see you, Carolyn. No, ma'am.
You care to have anything, Princess?
No, thanks. Besides, I've got to be getting home.
Why did you stop into the bar?
Well, I'll tell her I saw you.
You do that. Tell her I'll be seeing her soon.
That's now the third person you've sent with word that you're going to be talking to Elizabeth soon. Bud, you're making it ominous at this point.
This is Mrs. Stoddard, Collinsport 4099. Have you any report on that call I placed? The call to Mr. Ned Calder? I see. Keep trying, please.
Let's just all say thank you for the advancements in the telephone communication system. Like, aren't you glad we don't have to call an operator and, like, schedule her to call somebody else? Who could that be?
Trip down.
Oh, fine. It's good to get out of town once in a while.
I've made some tea. Sit down, John.
Thank you.
So, if she knew he was coming, why would she make a call? I don't understand this woman. Huh, maybe that wasn't the script. Maybe he was late to the queue at the door, and so she was just like, "Let me make a call, see where he is."
As far as running your fishing fleet is concerned, but that's as far as Bill goes, too.
Bill's doing the best he can.
Granted, but he's no Ned Calder.
Ah, my bad. I had it mixed up. That's Ned Calder is still not here. This is John somebody, her banker. Okay.
It happens that perhaps what you really need is someone to handle your life.
You sound like Ned. Those were almost his exact words when he asked me to marry him.
Why did he resign, Elizabeth? Because you refused him?
He had other things he wanted to do.
That isn't the truth, is it?
I told you what he said.
Ned Calder's one of the finest men I know.
You seem to be forgetting something, John. I'm still married.
Your husband left you 18 years ago.
John's a sweaty man, isn't he? Under these lights, he is heavily perspiring there. I'm with him, though, by the way. Yeah, no. Elizabeth, you are not still married. Your husband disappeared 18 years ago.
Ned, where are you? I've been trying to reach you all day. Have you decided yet about coming back to run the business? I really need you to take care of things the way you used to.
You literally just told that banker man that that's not going to happen. Like, and here you are in the room with him on the phone begging.
No, Ned, I haven't changed my mind about that. I'm sorry, I can't discuss it. But, Ned, I'm sorry you feel that way about it. I see. I see. Well, if you change your mind, please call me.
Man, again I ask, what is so compelling about this woman?
It's family institution. I had to tell someone that the other day when he was making inquiries about it.
Who was it? Who made inquiries?
I don't remember. It was some New York syndicate. I just fluffed them off.
You just fluffed them off, John, huh? You fluffed them off, did you?
All I know is that Mr. Malloy has been in the Blue Whale all afternoon, drowning his sorrows.
Bill Malloy?
Yes, the stern, strict Bill Malloy. He said he was coming up to see you.
And speak of the devil is my bet. Anyway, I mean, who else would be knocking on the door? Maybe Joe, but this is Bill, probably.
I was right.
Elizabeth, I have to talk to you. Well, it's not an easy thing to tell you.
Then I assume it's unpleasant.
It is that. It's about Roger.
Don't go to commercial. Ugh. There we go. I'm glad. Listen, say one thing, but even with watching this on Amazon Prime, which is where I'm streaming these, there are commercials. I'm on the ad-supported version of Prime Video. We don't get as many commercial breaks as they did when this was airing live. So kudos to that, I'll say.
Look, as long as it affects your brother, you won't bring it out in the open and look at it. You'll try to sweep it under the carpet.
Do you realize you're not making any sense?
He's making okay sense.
Do you think I'd allow an innocent man to take my brother's place in prison?
Do you want me to answer that?
Yeah, we sort of do, Elizabeth. We sort of do think that that's the case. My guess now is that it wasn't Roger that was behind the wheel, that it was Roger's wife that was behind the wheel. Roger's wife's the other one that was in the car. We just discovered that last episode. I think that's how they talked Burke into taking the fall.
Evidence was not introduced at that trial. What then, Elizabeth? Do you want to hear about it?
We do.
You notice me trembling or anything?
Should you be?
Well, I don't know. See, my mother and Uncle Roger seem to think he's only come back here to take over the Collins Empire.
Boy, I don't know what the fallout there was. If it was Carolina forgot her line or John, but one of them totally missed a line there. I'd be willing to bet.
And what do you think?
I think he couldn't be nicer. He's the one I had lunch with.
God, she's so proud of it.
Burke started with nothing and built it up to a fortune. He's not content. He'll want more because he started with nothing. He'll always want more. I wish I could handle his bank account.
What sort of logic is that? Because Burke was poor once, he's never going to be satisfied with his wealth? Meanwhile, the rich elites, they're absolutely always happy with their status. Is that the way that works?
Burke seems to travel with his own banker.
Oh, is that so?
Mm-hmm. I met him today at lunch. Mr. Blair.
His name is James Blair?
Yes, as a matter of fact. James Blair, I think.
I must talk to your mother about that. I had no idea he was working for or with Burke Devlin.
Maybe that company is not quite as secure as you thought it was, Elizabeth.
If you won't give me your approval, then I'm sorry. For the first time since I worked for you, I'm going to do something against your wishes. A good day.
Bill, please.
What was that all about?
Oh, it's nothing, John. Bill had a few drinks, and I think they went to his head.
Girl.
It's nothing to worry about.
That was the fastest trip back down the hill ever there, Bill. Went straight back to the bar, too. Like, go take care of your business. If you're going to pull the trigger, pull the trigger. Don't go get drunk about it.
All right. I'm at the Blue Whale. I'll wait for you here.
You have a conversation like that. I mean, I guess you do have a conversation like that in public, so you're sure he won't kill you. Yeah, that's right. Sit over in the shadows, Bill. Well, we're not going to get resolution on that one until episode 45. There you go. There's the end of our episode. All right, sets up a really interesting episode 45, though. Should have it out between Roger and Bill Malloy there. And also, like, this whole arc should come to a head pretty quickly, it feels like. That's wrapping up. Now we're going to be worried about the business, as it looks like Burke's about to be able to try to buy this whole thing out from under the Collinses. Thanks for watching these with me, folks. If you're watching it on YouTube, I do want to remind you can get episode 45, 46, 47 all right now at our Patreon, articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do there early and ad-free. We make all sorts of videos about Anne Rice and her immortal universe. We talk about Interview with the Vampire and the Mayfair Witches, those shows on AMC, but also the books and the movies previously that have been adapted. And we also have a spinoff show called Flan Again, where we cover Mike Flanagan's different TV shows and movies. All of that and more at articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month. Get you access to everything early and ad-free. Thanks for watching, everybody.